Oh dear lord, the Sky are screwed. The Sky are screwed. You might say the sky is falling. But yeah, the Sky GM has come out. Apologies there. The Sky GM has come out and talked about the team's bad start, and there are some things that I'm like, oh dear God, this team is screwed.
The Chicago Sky didn't just criticize Angel Reese. They went all in. They hit the gas, ran her over, backed up, and made sure the cameras were rolling so it would end up on SportsCenter. When general manager Jeff Pagley publicly singled her out with the comment, "We need more out of you," that wasn't constructive feedback, it was a calculated public takedown. It felt less like a motivational push and more like a press release slap in the face. The message was clear. The team is frustrated, and Angel Reese has become the scapegoat.
Yeah, it's going down in Chicago. The sky is falling. The sky is falling. We got the Chicago Sky general manager, Jeff P., throwing Angel Reese under the bus? Jeff P. said he's had enough of missed layup.
Angel Reese entered the WNBA with the swagger of Kanye at a fashion show and drew media attention like Taylor Swift at an NFL game. She wasn't just a rookie, she was Kai Barbie, overflowing with charisma, surrounded by hype, and carrying sky-high expectations like she was already delivering championships. Fans were sold a dream, a headline-making star and a brand in motion. But just a few games in, the Chicago Sky front office has started treating her like a bargain bin Barbie, worn down, overlooked, and stripped of the shine she walked in with.
Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Again. And I had just complimented Angel Reese for being efficient. I had just complimented Angel Reese for putting together a respectable performance. Of course, the Chicago Bravado, they still got their ass kicked, but that doesn't matter. All that matters to the lonely men who follow Angel Reese on social media is that she looks good. But like I told you guys the other day, an excellent performance from Angel Reese, it is rare.
General manager Jeff Pagley, who, let's be real, isn't exactly celebrated for his subtlety, ditched the usual coach speak and went full scorched earth during a live press conference. Instead of tossing out vague lines like "the whole team needs to improve," he grabbed the mic like it was a scene from a courtroom drama, locked eyes with the media, and delivered a direct hit. "We need more out of Angel Reese." No sugarcoating, no sidestepping. He called her out by name under the bright lights. Subtlety? That left the building along with last season's merchandise.
It's a long season, a lot of game left, but this is unexpected and I've been very disappointed. General manager Jeff Pagley told the Sun Times as he sat in seats at Barclays Center watching his team in the morning shoot-around. "We had pretty big, significant expectations for the season, which is why I made the moves I made." His assessment was that the Sky's 2-6 need to improve everywhere going into to address the lack of cohesion on defense and poor shooting. Going into Tuesday night's loss, they allowed a league-worst 90.1 points per game. We're shooting just 39%.
And if you thought that public call-out was intense, that was just the warm-up. What went down behind closed doors made it look like a casual brunch. According to insiders, things exploded. Voices reached glass-shattering levels, fingers were pointed like accusations in a courtroom, and chairs were reportedly moved with just enough force to suggest they were this close to being launched. The locker room walls might still be shaking from the aftermath. This wasn't your standard post-game debrief. It was a full-on emotional purge masquerading as a team meeting. Picture a group therapy session without the therapy and with a heavy dose of unresolved tension.
Oh, this was it. Let me start it over here. So Angel Reese hair was pulled and she immediately, oh my God, she pushed the player. Camila Cardoso stepped in. Come on, bro. This is bad. This is bad. Angel Reese did speak to reporters immediately after the game. Check out what she had to say. Roll the footage, man.
And I kind of been a passer all my career. I came out of high school as the number one wing and trying to get back to that, trying to get back to being super versatile. And Tyler made that emphasis early on in the season. I didn't understand it, and I really was kind of confused and trying to figure it out, and I'm still figuring it out.
To be fair, Angel Reese hasn't exactly been lighting it up this season. In 2025, she's averaging 10 points per game on a cold 35% shooting from the field. She's still a force on the glass, pulling down 12 rebounds a game like a bulldozer on a mission, and that deserves credit. But let's be honest, rebounding alone doesn't win games when you're missing wide open layups like it's a bricklaying contest. If we had $1 for every punt blank missed this season, we could probably buy out the entire Chicago Sky front office and still have enough left for concessions. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe my channel for more awesome content. Thanks. Compare that to her rookie year, 13.6 points per game on a slightly better 39% shooting. Sure, no one expected her to be Steph Curry, draining logo threes, but finishing at the rim? That was a baseline expectation. Instead, it's been a frustrating cocktail of hustle, hype, and missed chances. The potential is obvious, but at some point, potential has to become production. Otherwise, all that confidence just starts to feel like empty flash.
But the point is, you're posting this, you've got a game at 11 a.m. Central Time, and you are a 6'3" forward shooting 36% from the field, and you're averaging over 3 points less a game than you were last year, and you can't even get a block shot at your height. You're also, by the way, down a rebound and a half a game. And this is what you're worried about, is social media chatter. And look, she must... I think here's the thing. She must love this. Otherwise, she wouldn't keep crashing out and posting things like this. Guys, this is cringe.
Whoever came up with the me-bounds thing, y'all ate that up. Because rebounds, me-bounds, creep-bounds, keep-bounds, T-bounds, T-bounds, anything that comes off that board, it's mine.
But Jeff wasn't just rattling off stats or reciting box scores. This went deeper. This was about accountability, that favorite corporate buzzword that usually signals someone's about to be publicly, politely roasted. She's had some great games, he said with all the passion of someone trying to praise a salad at a steakhouse, followed by, and some games that haven't been her best. That's GM speak for, we're pacing holes in the carpet behind the scenes while smiling for the cameras. Then came the PR cherry on top. We need her to help us in other ways too. Oh really, Jeff? What ways exactly? Running halftime trivia? Handing out foam fingers? If Angel Reese is now expected to serve as the team's motivational mascot, that's news to everyone. But let's be real, other ways in basketball isn't code for makeup tutorials or Instagram inspo. It means putting in the gritty, unglamorous work, playing tough defense, diving for loose balls, bringing energy to the huddle. It's about leadership, heart, and hustle, the unseen stuff that holds a shaky team together. And when the jumper's not dropping, those are the traits that separate the merely good from the truly great.
Is under fire from the Chicago Sky general manager. The general manager names Angel Reese by name and says, we need more out of you. Now I'm scrolling through Twitter, doing my thing. You guys know how I do. Got the air breezing through my hair in those Twitter streets. I do. And I take a look and I see something that catches my attention. The Chicago Sky make a request to Angel Reese amid losing streak. Interesting. What is this request? Let's
not ignore the irony here. The Chicago Sky are sinking with a 2-6 record, giving up a league-worst 90 points per game and shooting a dismal 39% from the field. Yet somehow, the front office thought it made sense to throw Angel Reese under the bus, as if she's the one out there deflating basketballs. Never mind that veteran floor general Courtney Vandersloot is out for the season. Or that coach Tyler Marsh built the entire offensive system around Camila Cardoso, who's been about as dependable as a dollar store umbrella in a hurricane. But sure, let's pin it all on Angel Reese. At this point, you have to wonder, is this even about basketball anymore? Or is it about image and optics? Angel was sold as the savior, the Gen Z draw, the TikTok star, the face meant to revive the franchise. She was supposed to bring LSU magic and NCAA swagger into the WNBA. But when you're missing layups and getting blown out by 20, no one's lining up to buy jerseys or watch viral dances. Branding is nice, but buckets win games. And right now, Angel's brand is taking more hits than Caitlin Clark on a contested drive.
It says here, guys, that the general manager, Jeff Pagliocca, is it Pagliocca or Pagliosa? You guys know I'm bad with names. But pretty much, he's opened up the publications about his team's performance and shared his thoughts on how Angel Reese could contribute more to their team's goals, and admits he's disappointed with the start to the WNBA season. What did you expect, Jeff? You sold your future for the present. You really had in your head that Angel Reese is a number one talent. She's a superstar. And you guys continue to inflate her head, inflate her mindset, which feeds the mentality.
And speaking of Caitlyn, oh yes, we're absolutely going there. While Angel Reese is getting publicly called out by her own GM and thrown under a metaphorical double-decker bus, Caitlin Clark is practically being paraded through the league on a golden throne like it's her coronation tour. The numbers? Just a casual 19 points per game, over 9 assists, 6 rebounds, and she's already dropped a triple-double like it was just another Tuesday night at the gym. She's firing off threes like she's playing with cheat codes, and the ball seems to bend to her well like she's the Steph Curry of the Corn Belt. Meanwhile, Angel's jumper looks like someone replaced the basketball with a greased watermelon. Sure, she's grinding on the boards, hustling for rebounds, and flashing smiles in post-game hugs, but behind the scenes, it's a different vibe. Sources say some veterans are getting fed up, tired of missed layups, tired of seeing winnable games slip away because someone couldn't finish under the rim. One insider even whispered, "There are girls in that locker room who think she's getting chances they'd never be allowed to fumble." That's not just frustration, that's resentment. And resentment? That's the breeding ground for locker room fractures. Once that sets in, forget playoff hopes. You're staring straight at a long off-season packed with finger-pointing and behind-the-scenes drama.
Look, this page was never intended to talk about bias in sports, let alone the world, right? But there's clear...
Get into a bag. We're trying to flex on this? This is not impressive. Bro, this can't be real, dog. Does she know what me-bounds mean? T-shirts, sweatshirts, and hats. You really think you gonna make a lot of money with this merch? I saw a girl make a video. She was like, I can't wait to get my sweatshirt. I can't wait to get my hat and my Me-Bounds merch. Y'all remember when Russell Westbrook went to the Lakers? He was shooting poorly and they was calling him West Brick. But imagine if Westbrook would have took that West Brick and trademarked it and made t-shirts and sweatshirts. Me-Bounds is an insult. It means all your rebounds are coming from your misses. You really want your fans to be rocking merch that actually insults your play? I mean, if you make a lot of money, you're gonna have thousands and thousands of people wearing merch that insults you.
And you can forget about that polished influencer lifestyle they draped over Angel Reese like it came bundled with her rookie contract. Let's not act like this was some road diva act. According to insiders, the Chicago Sky front office actively encouraged her to embrace the Kai Barbie image, brand deals, red carpets, photo shoots. They wanted the spotlight. They needed it. So when she shows up a little sluggish to practice after a night of posing for cameras at a fashion gala, suddenly it's all on her. Now the same XX who scheduled those media moments are looking shocked, like she walked into the gym in stilettos instead of sneakers. And let's talk about Jeff Pagley. This man didn't just wander into the GM chair. He built this chaos. He assembled the roster, approved the coach, signed off on every branding play. Yet when things spiral into a mid-season mess, it's Angel who gets tossed under the bus. Please. She's 22. She's still adjusting to the pro game. Meanwhile, Jeff is lobbing blame from inside the very glass house he constructed. If there were a Hall of Fame for accountability, Jeff wouldn't even get nominated. Time to own some of this mess, or at the very least, stop throwing stones before the whole operation comes crashing down.
By her teammates in the front office of this organization, and you are wondering why you can't get high performance out of your superstar number one player and why the team chemistry is just not there. You literally have a team full of old veterans. You guys see it every night. They don't have any juice.
Now, let's be clear. This isn't some cancel Angel narrative. She's far from a lost cause. Angel Reese has already shown flashes of the talent that made her a household name before she ever stepped foot on a WNBA court. Her rebounding is relentless, her energy contagious, and there's no doubt she's one of the hardest working rookies in the league. She's even said it herself, "I put my head down and work every single day. I know the results will show." And maybe they will. But in Chicago, patience is starting to thin. This is a team that bet big on her, made her the centerpiece of the rebuild, the face of the future, the spark meant to reignite a struggling franchise. So far, though, it's been more turbulence than takeoff. Moments of brilliance overshadowed by growing pains and inconsistency. And now, the whispers are getting louder. Word is, The GM has started quietly scanning other rosters. Scouts are circling, eyes on more polished forwards. No one's yelling trade just yet, but you can feel the tension. There's smoke in the air, and where there's smoke, there's often a woj bomb loading in someone's drafts. Because this isn't just about missed layups anymore. It's about a franchise starting to wonder if they made their move too early, and whether they are willing to wait while the spotlight only gets hotter.
Oh, she turned it into a bag. We're trying to flex on this? This is not impressive. Bro, this can't be real, dog. Does she know what me-bounds mean? T-shirts, sweatshirts, and hats. You really think you're gonna make a lot of money with this merch? I saw a girl make a video. She was like, I can't wait to get my sweatshirt. I can't wait to get my hat and my Me-Bounds merch. Y'all remember when Russell Westbrook went to the Lakers? He was shooting poorly and they was calling him West Brick. But imagine if Westbrook would have took that West Brick and trademarked it and made t-shirts and sweatshirts. Me-Bounds is an insult. It means all your rebounds are coming from your misses. You really want your fans to be rocking merch that actually insults your play? I mean, if you make a lot of money, you're gonna have thousands and thousands of people.
And while we're on the subject, why was Angel Reese the first name out of Jeff's mouth, but not Camila Cardoso? She's also been underwhelming. So either Jeff has selective memory, or his playing favorite child. And either way, the optics are rough. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is out here breathing life into the entire league. She's the player fans travel across states to see. Her games pull 66 million viewers on ESPN, while some other WNBA matchups can barely scrape double digits. And yet, somehow, people keep dragging her into drama she didn't start. Say what you want about her, but Caitlin's got composure. She doesn't clap back, doesn't pout, she just drops numbers and keeps it moving. And the league sees it. She's about to become the first WNBA player to earn $1 million a year because she moves the needle. Angel's team might be unraveling, but Caitlin's out here selling out arenas, shaking hands, and drilling threes at a 50% clip. As one fan put it, she's the GOAT, she signed my jersey, and I cried. Be honest, when's the last time someone cried over an Angel Reese layup?
So Angel Reese came out and had a 12 rebound, 4-point, 2-assist game in the absence of Caitlin Clark tonight. Angel, they're not coming for you. They're coming to watch the prodigal son or daughter, Caitlin Clark. So as the Indiana Fever beat the Chicago Sky by 29 points without Caitlin Clark, I asked the EBT community, do y'all have eyes? Like, these two players have nothing in common. This league is going the way that it's going because Caitlin Clark exists.
At this point, the Chicago Sky are sending a crystal clear message. This is a business, not a fan club. If Angel Reese can't deliver, if she keeps clanging shots off the backboard like it's a pinata, then she's not off limits. The Kai Barbie glow? It's starting to fade. The spotlight that once elevated her is now turning up the heat. The clock's ticking. The locker room is murmuring. The fans are watching. And GM Jeff Pagley has his finger hovering over the rebuild button. Angel came into the league determined to prove she was more than just hype. Now she has to prove it fast, because in the WNBA, grace periods are short. You either finish strong, or you get finished. And if she doesn't flip the script soon, this won't be remembered as a story of a promising rookie finding her footing. It'll be the cautionary tale of a franchise that bet big on a name, and lost even bigger where it counts: the scoreboard.